thank you for attending this session. The topic of the session today is about email security, and more especially how we can respond to the cybersecurity challenge from the move to Microsoft 365. This session will be presented by my colleague Rémi Pierrat, who is Solution Architect within Entity Luxembourg, and myself, Patrice Chéret, Senior Director within Entity. The first question that you can ask yourself is why a session about the security? And the reason is very simple, is because the cyber criminality is one of the biggest risks that the world is facing today. It's not only myself that is telling that, it's something that has been written in the latest report from the World Economic Forum in 2020. So you need to develop a kind of cyber resiliency to cope with that risk. What does it mean, cyber resiliency? It's a new word that you need to understand. And I took the analogy of the small frog that you see on this picture. This small frog is very vulnerable, has a lot of predators. And to cope with the risk of extension that the frog is facing, the frog has developed some specificities in the skins, developing some bright colors that you see in the screen. It's a yellow color that represents a kind of poison in the nature. It means that the predators are afraid to eat that frog because they are afraid to be poisoned. So now, what does it mean in the IT? The cyber resiliency in IT is represented by secure by design concept. Secure by design means that you integrate the security in the design phase of every solution, every service, every application that you are building for your end users, for your customers, for your consumers. And you integrate the different building blocks of the security that you see in the bottom of the slide. And one of them is about email protection. So now the question is, why talking specifically here in the session about email protection? And the answer is very simple, is email is still today the #1 threat vector. It represents a lot of loss in business. You have here the numbers that it was representing in 2018, $1.2 billion. It's a lot of money. And now, with the COVID-19 impact, we see that this is very important and very accelerating. What we do usually within Entity is to, on a yearly basis, release a threat intelligence report. This threat intelligence report is based on the data that we see on the Entity network, on the SOC services that we have. We compute all the data and we provide some threat analysis about the threats that we have seen during the past year by regions, by verticals, by threat types. And this year, specifically with the COVID-19 crisis, we have took a special look into what this crisis means for cybersecurity. And what was highlighted in the results is the fact that the first element that increased during that crisis by cyber criminals was about emails. It was about the increase of phishing activities. It was about launching new campaigns to distribute malware and ransomware. So emails is really very important for cyber criminals and to try to get money. This trend is also accelerated by another trend, the trend to move from on-prem email systems to public cloud email systems, cloud systems. And you see the prediction for 2021, next year, 70% of email systems will be in the cloud, which is very huge. And within that email system ecosystem, 56% of the market share is for Microsoft 365. So you can imagine that Microsoft 365 is a big target for hackers. And you have seen that with many examples in the press in the last couple of weeks and months. So then the question is, what you can do to protect yourself and your Microsoft 365 environment from these trends. And then I will let my colleague Rémi explain you what you can put in place.
Thank you, Patrice. So, as you said, email are still the #1 security threats for the enterprise today. And with the massive move to the cloud, with the adoption of Microsoft 365, we have to rethink how we can secure the email with that solution. We have to think how we can natively secure the email. And Cisco is providing this solution with Cloud Mailbox Defense, which is a cloud email security solution, which is natively integrated with Microsoft 365. It's natively integrated because it has direct API for the integration, and also because it will bring closer the email security in order to address the new security threats that Microsoft 365 is involving, because as Patrice said, Microsoft 365 is one of the biggest email provider in the world, and then become one of the massive targets for the attackers. Regarding the security, so it's a solution that is delivered all the security features that you can expect from a secure email gateway, nothing less. So meaning when you have an email which is going through this solution, it will inspect all the components of the email in order to detect in real time the threats that can try to attack your enterprise, such as identity phishing or such as business email compromise. But in addition, from a standard, I would say, perimeter secure email gateway, it will also add the securization of the internal message that you don't have with your perimeter email gateway. Meaning, if there is email movement, lateral movement, malware propagation, or insider threats that are inside your infrastructure, the solution will detect it and will be able to act and to protect you against this kind of threats. And there is 3 key values for the enterprise provided by this solution. The first one is the simplicity. Due to the native integration with Microsoft 365, it means that you will not have to change the workflow of your email, meaning you will not have to change your MX record to integrate the solution. So in an operation point of view, that means no interruption of the production and no migration to be planned to have the solution up and running. The second point also, it will provide you with an audit mode, meaning you can deploy the solution without any action to be taken to your email, but it can only detect and provide you visibility on your email flow, and then you can do manual remediation. The second important point is the visibility. So as it is integrated natively with the Microsoft 365 solution, it will give you the full visibility for the external email, but also for the internal email. And it will also provide you with a really performant search tool that will help you in case of attack, in case of vulnerabilities or breach, to tell the full story of a message and to identify and detect the mailbox that has been attacked, and also the users that are impacted. So it's a really powerful tool for your email admin, for your security operators, and also for your incident responder team. And the last point is the integration. So the native integration will also provide you some added capabilities like the auto remediation, meaning if you have a malware which is an attachment of an email, it will be able to detect it and then to automatically pull out this email from the mailbox of the user. And also, in addition, if your internal user has forwarded this email to one colleague or to several colleagues, it will also be able to detect it and to pull out the email from all the mailbox, efficiently removing the threat from your organization. And in addition, also, as it is natively integrated, that means that the scanning will be also directly be done on the Microsoft Cloud environment without going to Cisco Cloud environment. So to summarize, the main point to keep is it's natively integrated with Cisco, so it means that it can be operational in minutes with some clicks. So it's something which is really easy to deploy and that will be really quickly running on your environment. If we do a comparison with the existing secure email gateway compared with cloud mailbox defense, it's not one or the other. It's not mutually exclusive. That means that I would say traditional secure email gateway is to protect from emails, from perimeter emails, or from external emails that you will send or receive. But you have to see the cloud mailbox defense as an extension, a way to enhance your existing posture that is provided with the secure email gateway, and that will provide you mainly the internal view, the internal threat view that is not possible with the existing secure email gateway. So if we can summarize all about the solution, one of the key elements is it will simplify the admin role, because you will have a single portal which is easy to provision, and all the action will be triggered from this portal. It will give you extra insight for your security operational team and incident responder team. And it can be deployed as an addition to an existing secure gateway, but it also can be deployed as a standalone. So you can choose one, the other, or both to have the best of both worlds. And this to provide the best tools for your admin, your operational teams, or your incident response team. So now, as entity, I think you are aware that we are part of the cybersecurity landscape since more than 20 years now. Locally in Luxembourg, but also all over the world. And we have our own global threat intelligence center, which is global, which is which has the task to gather all the security vulnerabilities and threat intelligence and provide analysis. And such as Patrice mentioned, we provide a yearly global threat insight report with all this information consolidated. And also being part of an entity group, we are able to see more than 40% of the internet traffic of the world, which is also enriching our security insights. Now the question, how can we migrate to Microsoft 365? How can we help you to secure your Microsoft 365 migration? So I would say the first step is first to assess what is your current architecture, what is your current solution, match it with your future requirements, what security posture you would like to achieve, and that with all that, build a roadmap together and then provide the target architecture on how to go there and what will be provided. And we can help you with that with our cybersecurity advisory services. If you want to start, you can just come to us and reach to us, and we will assist you to start with that. So I would like to thank you all for your time. If you have any question, please feel free to reach to us. Thank you.